slip opened up at Davis Islands, about 6 to 8 minutes from our condo, and it was the same price as what we were paying for in Apollo Beach, so we jumped on it. Randy's dad gave us a ride to Apollo Beach via powerboat, so we didn't have to leave our car there, and we were on our way to moving our boat. Say bye, Apollo Beach. The marinas are about 10 nautical miles away from each other, and it was smooth sailing the entire way. We averaged about 5 knots the entire time, so it took us about 2 hours to get from one to the other. Also, before I see a comment about the fenders being out while sailing, that was actually an accident. I did pull them in halfway through the sail. I realized they were out. Getting closer to Davis Islands, we watched a race going on at the yacht club, and it was really cool to see how quickly they changed their sails, going from their jibs to spinnakers all throughout the different points of sail. It made me really want to try my hand at crewing one of those boats and racing in the club one of these days. We arrived at our new slip, and as you can see, it's at a quaint little marina. It's very well protected. It's out back of an over 100-year-old apartment building, so that's kind of cool, but the best part is we now live so much closer to the boat. So we've been receiving some feedback about wanting to get a tour of the boat, just so you all can see, get an idea of what it looks like down below and how it's set up, and that's what we're going to be doing today. So as you can see here, something is wrong with our tiller since you've last seen it. What happened was I actually fell on it. Luckily we weren't sailing, and I kind of just barely touched this end right here, and it snapped at this point where the wood met the stainless steel bracket here, and it showed us that our tiller was actually rotted on the inside, and you couldn't see it from the outside. It looked great on the outside, and it was rotted through. So I just put that little bit of pressure right here when I fell on it, because I didn't fall completely down onto it. It snapped it. So luckily it happened, while we weren't sailing, and the way it's fixed right now, it's probably stronger than it was before. But we have a new tiller coming in the mail. It should be here by the end of the month. So, and when that comes in, we're gonna have a new tiller clutch that'll make it so that you can lock the tiller in any position, and it makes it easier to solo sail, and makes it so you don't have to lash the tiller like this. So that's where we stand with this. This is our motor. It's a 9.8 Tohatsu, brand new, almost brand new, 2016. We've been using it for a little while now. It probably has about 15-20 hours on it. And as you can see, I'm actually looking at it now. There's some fishing line coming off the prop there. I'm gonna need to get that down, get that off soon. But it powers our boat pretty good. And important feature for fishing, we have 2 rod holders in the back boat. We installed those ourselves. Coming up above the bimini, y'all saw in the first episode I sewed this little hole right here for the backstay. We have a little solar panel here. It wasn't too expensive. All this setup was, honestly, this is kind of temporary until we figure out a better bimini and solar panel situation, but for now it works. We got 2 5-gallon containers of gas that should last. That'll probably run the motor for about 20 hours. As you can see, our furling line and port jib sheet and port winch. Moving over to the starboard winch, starboard jib sheet. And as you can see here, we have our color-coded lines. We have our main sheet, our out haul line, and our main halyard for lifting the main. All goes through this. Use this little winch right here, not self-tailing, but it works, and through these stoppers. So you can see we do not have a boom vang right now. That is one thing that we are going to be getting in the future. We're going to be getting a boom vang, and then we're going to be moving this out haul line, and this is going to be replaced with a boom vang one. Moving up to the bow of the boat, we have our little 15 amp shore power. It's not really a shore power line, it's kind of just an AC plug, but it works for this marina. We have it just powering a fan right now. That's the V-berth. We have our anchor locker up here. We've got 300 foot of rope, anchor rope, and a 30 foot of anchor chain. We have a rock and a 10 anchor. So all this is oversized for our boat. We basically looked up what size our boat should be using, and we went one size up on everything. So one size up on the anchor, one size up on the chain, one size up on the rope. And you see our roller furler. I got to work on that a little bit. I kind of want to set it up a little different, but it's been having problems sticking, so I kind of got to get that serviced. Moving back on the port side. Go back into the cockpit, and we're going to go through the companionway. Into the main saloon. She's modest. You know, we have a fold-up table right here, two half berths basically. You can sleep 2 people in here. This one actually folds out and becomes a double berth. Haven't needed it yet. This is my favorite area of the boat back here. This used to be a quarter berth, but now you can see it's being used for storage. This is where we keep all of our stuff. This is kind of like our garage on the boat. This is our galley. Very modest. None of our water actually works. Our drains are fine. Obviously, they just go out to the side, go out a through hull, but so the drains work, but the water doesn't. We have an alcohol stove under here. Randy's gonna pick that up. But we haven't used it because we don't really know where to get the alcohol for it. We've heard that 100% alcohol, ethanol is the best thing for it, and can't really get that in Florida, legally speaking, that is. So we've been using this little propane grill. We've been using this little propane grill with this skillet here. Just a little bottle of propane. Here's our little ice box. Everything is super simple. So it's a pretty big ice box actually. Holds about, I'd probably say 2 20-pound bags of ice. Got a little fan here. This is something we added. This is a Garmin chart plotter on a swing arm mount. You probably saw in our other video, it was kind of taped to the deck. We were actually waiting for this mount to come in the mail. So that swings out like that. So when you come out here and you're navigating, it's in the perfect spot. And then it swings back in. So when you're on the hook, you're sleeping, all you need to do is come out here. If you want to check to see if you're dragging, you got it right here. All right, moving to the bow. We have a solar fan up here. It spins, but I don't know that it works that well. We kind of want to get a new one eventually. There's that fold-up table. Randy folded it up. This is our little sink area. You got a little opening hatch, a little mirrored cabinet. This is our water for the sink right now. Our faucets again don't work, but when we want to wash our hands, we just wash our hands. Turning around, This is the original toilet, or the original head. Sorry, I'm on a boat, and it works kind of. It did work when we first got the boat, and then the Y valve actually broke. So we've been using this down here. For $60 on Amazon, we got a perfectly good working portable toilet, and we pretty much just use it for emergencies. We got a little fan right here. It's off right now because I don't want you guys to hear that fan noise. But this is what we run when we're at the marina, so we don't die when we're inside the boat. And then this is our V-berth. Barely big enough to sleep 2 adults, but it works. So you got to sleep. Actually, you sleep with your head down here, your feet that way. And coming back, you can see the. You got Randy for size, Randy for scale. See how big or how small our boat is. So we like it. Works for us. You're gonna be seeing me do a lot of work on it. Pretty much everything in here is gonna be redone at some point. I'm gonna show you guys. You guys probably weren't aware, but my boat actually has a diesel. Probably didn't realize because I haven't been running a diesel. I've been showcasing the outboard, but the diesel hasn't run in about 5-6 years. So we bought it knowing that the diesel was pretty much just a brick. The outboard was supposed to be the motor that was running, and we had plans kind of maybe like work on the diesel, try to get it running and everything like that. But honestly, we really like the outboard. We don't really see a reason to fix it at this point. And if we were going to do anything, we would probably replace it. Versus fix it, because this is an old 10 horsepower Westerbeek. They don't make parts for it anymore, so it's very expensive to service. I think changing an alternator was going to cost about almost $1,000, so we ended up deciding to just get the brand new Tohatsu and not worry about the diesel. It's the brand new Companionway door I made for this boat because the other one disintegrated because I made it out of particle board. Like a glove. Still got to put a latch for the lock on there, but